Wait 1 second, making sure I'm recording. I should be recording now. Okay, hello and welcome back to Random Games, Random Gifts. Hopefully you are all doing okay today and staying safe. Last time we played VTuber Connect, at the end of it, I had to stop early as I started sneezing quite a lot. And I could not stop sneezing after. Okay, but we're going to go back to where we last left off. Oh, okay. I'm also going to take a drink of water before we jump into today's episode of VTuber Connect. I can knock this bottle of water open. Delicious. Okay. Yes, by all reasonable interpretations, I would still consider you to be tired. Kat just gives me a slight smile as she grasps the can and pulls the tab to crack open the lid. She silently starts zipping, looking off to the side of the classroom. Oh yeah, here's the postcard you wanted. Kat hands me the signed postcard I've been incessantly. I do not understand this word. I can hear it, but I don't understand how it's written. Insistently? Is that how you say it? Insistently? Searching for online for the past few months. The penmanship is a bit messy, indicated that this postcard was hand signed. It's still in mint condition, with the plastic wrap remaining undisturbed. Wait, the condition is flawless. How do you even have this? I told you I'm a big fan. Is every big fan of Mana so critical of her? Maybe I should do that as well. Well, maybe she prefers it that way. I have a hard time believing that. I opened my bag and carefully placed the postcard in my bag, in a position that it would not possibly get damaged. I pull out the manga volumes that I had stored in my bag. Wouldn't it be better to take out the manga volumes first and end the card, and hand the stack to Ka? Here, Heroes of the Sky, most recent volumes. Oh yeah, thanks. It seems like we're mostly back to talking like normal. But there's still a lingering awkwardness in the air. It's probably best to not think about it. Ka starts slipping through the pages of the earliest volume given to her and tracks her eyes across the page. I walk over to the window and look out at the campus. Beautiful green canopy adorns the sides of the modern buildings. Green canopy? I don't understand. I think I meant the trees. There's a calm beauty to the grounds when students aren't crowding every path. I can hear Ka occasionally giving a or interested in between the sounds of pages being slipped. Say, who's your favourite character? I turn my head to Ka, still scanning through the pages of the volume in her hands. Well, if I had to say, it would be the antagonist, Argentina. I wonder where Argent comes from. All I'm thinking about is Argent Energy from, like, a movie, but I can't remember what movie. Or maybe it's Half-Life. I can't remember. Something had Argent in it. Energy. I really respect how he's able to stand true to his convictions. Through all of his hardships, he has the power to make them a reality and isn't afraid to take the necessary steps forwards. He doesn't rely on anybody else and pushes forward with his own strength. He's going to lose in the end, right? Such is cruelty of fate. He tries his best not to hurt the innocent, but his methods are misguided. That's usually the type of character that loses but has some sort of redemption and turns around to be a ally against some greater evil. Kind of reminds me of Fallout 4, the Mechanist and that. I always tried to get the good ending whenever I was playing the Mechanist. Let's see. Still can't believe there was one in Fallout 3. Sorry, I'm going off track. Did you just spoil the ending for me? The story isn't even over yet. I'm just talking about theoretically. Okay, let's go of the book to let out a big laugh. What about you? Who's your favourite character? Princess Claudia. She was forced to suddenly bear the weight of her entire kingdom at a young age. I feel like they just picked characters that are, they're closely to, close to. Let's see. In this, Princess Claudia is, more to Kaz. Personality. Oh, I cannot speak there. Run out of oxygen in the lungs from speaking so much. She was able to take such a responsibility and not collapse under the weight of expectations of hundreds of thousands of people. Well, that seems just like Mana, and you're obviously Mana. Too many clues point towards it, and it turns out that she's not actually Mana at all, and she's just a big fan. Although she says she wasn't ready for it, she managed to persevere and steer the kingdom in the right direction. How strong do you have to do? How strong do you? Okay, I'm gonna redo that. How strong do you have to be able to do that? Very strong, probably. You have a point. She was even younger than us when she was tasked with leading her kingdom. I think the amazing part was that she was able to do so without being sure of herself. She doubted every decision she made, but managed to stay strong. It kind of reminds me of like some real history. I can't remember what one it was. Keep thinking of Catherine the Great from history. Of the Russian Empire. Was it the Russian Empire at the time? Pretty sure. Prussia was still around. Yeah. Okay. If it was someone else who was 100% sure of their decisions, then I don't think they would experience as much turmoil. Well, you never know. I'm sure confident people would have their own issues they would face. Not that I would know. You seem pretty confident about VTubers. I don't face any uncertainty there. They are a fact of life. There is plenty of uncertainty. VTubers are, as a concept, is fairly new, and we have no idea what their future holds. Reminds me of the first ever VTuber, and that was in a 90s or 80s show. Technically, because it was a puppet. But then that would be counted as a puppet. There's a weird history thing that I watched a while ago about VTubers. Okay. Continuing. Okay. And the trajectory of being a content creator is never predictable. Also, you never know who might be part of the next big drama or controversy. You see it all the time. Someone has art copyright complications, someone else accidentally reveals a chat log, or gets a message that indicates something controversial. Another shows one part of their real life self, and everybody goes crazy. I guess in the sense that's true. VTubers seem to face a lot of the same problems that other public figures do, with some of their own unique problems. In a way, the anonymity that protects them can also work against them. I assume you mean how people want to know about their personal lives because it's almost like it's forbidden knowledge. Yeah, VTubers try their best to hide their personal life, but that just makes people want to find out more. Honestly, I can't say have I haven't had those feelings come to me naturally before. I know it's wrong to try and pursue that knowledge, but it's just such a natural feeling. If you watch a VTuber who has all these great qualities, you just want to know who they actually are. Who they actually are, eh? You like to ask that a lot, don't you? Oh yeah, I guess that's sort of what we talked about when we first met. Whether that VTuber's real self or not. Regardless of real or not, I don't think we would necessarily be any better off knowing what a VTuber is like outside of streaming. All it would likely end up doing is satiating our curiosity. I think that's it. And it would be at the expense of VTubers' privacy and feelings. Maybe that's not the side of themselves that they want to show to the public. And even they act pretty much the same in person. I don't think anybody would want their personal information leaked. They would have to live in constant fear and anxiety that they might become the source of unwanted attention. I would imagine VTubers already have some anxiety about that just from having their voice identified in public. Sorry about that. Yeah, I would imagine a lot of VTubers talk on stream like they normally would. But you would be surprised at how many of them are good at changing their voice and the way that they speak. Yeah, quite a lot. That's true. A lot of them have voice acting skills. Mana's voice acting, especially, is nice. Oh, you think so? You don't? I think it's okay. Harsh as ever. Of course, if compared to a professional, it won't be as good. But for a typical person, it's amazing. It just shows how much hard work she's put into it. I find it really weird that you call yourself a big fan, but you're also critical of her. Do you secretly hate her or something? Of course not. Of course not. She brought me opportunities to connect to others, in ways that brings me so much joy despite how terrible the world can be. The identity of Mana is who I wish to be. Someone who's always beautiful, happy, and kind that can overcome any hardship, while also bringing joy to others. I didn't think she suddenly say something positive about Mana. Someone who's beautiful, happy, and kind, huh? Pretty sure she's referring to inner beauty. Guess I don't know her too well to say, but I don't think she necessarily ugly inside. Not that she's lacking in physical beauty either, minus her eyes. I guess Kat isn't exactly a happy person, but it's hard to tell most of the time. She seems to joke around a lot, and if she's sad, then she doesn't say it. And I mean, she's messy with me, messes with me, and I messed up there. And kind, I mean, she messes with me a lot and has some strong opinions, but I can tell she has a good heart. I don't think you're exactly lacking in those values. Oh, so you think I'm beautiful? Alright, I regret saying anything. Obviously, you weren't talking just about physical beauty. Sorry. Thank you. Really, for saying so. But I can't look at myself that way. That's all I'll say. Cal lifts back up the manga starts reading where she left off. If I try to push the conversation any further, then it might seem like she's trying to gain pity from me. But what you said about the mana is really surprising to hear. I honestly feel a similar way. She embodies so many values that I wish I had. The person behind her must be an amazing person. Kat doesn't say anything. She continues to keep her eyes focused on her manga, not slowing her pace. My eyes wander around the room for a minute until Cass speaks up again. By the way, I don't think I ever asked why Mana in particular. You asking why she's my favourite? Well, aside from all the points I've made previously, I was in a pretty poor headspace for some time. Not too long ago, I found Mana's stream, and it got me out of a rough place. It was where I felt like I belonged. I also took inspiration and values that she embodies. Oh, Kat doesn't say anymore. She probably doesn't want to pry any further. It's okay, I think I'm in a better place now. So you don't have to worry. I'm glad to hear that. Kat's smile was unlike the usual sad smile she gives. This one had a genuine, tender happiness behind it. Thanks. Kat returns to the manga and I turn back around to gaze outside, listening to myself. It's now later, as you've seen from the slideshow. Why does it always make me think of PowerPoint whenever there's like a slide, transition? After some time, Kat closes the book in her hand and places it on top of the desk in front of her. I don't think I'll be able to finish these in one sitting. You can take them home if you like. That's okay. I can borrow them again at a later time. I don't think I'll have the time again to read it in the near future. Anyway, I see. Kat hands me back the manga books, as well as gutsy volumes, and I carefully place them in my bag, as to not damage the postcard. Oh yeah, I still feel like I owe you something for the postcard. Come on, don't sweat it. If anything, you're doing me a favour by taking it from me. I don't see how that makes any sense. Man, let me think of something, just so you can have some peace of mind. Let's see. Should I have you dance like a monkey in front of me? Should I have you run around campus in your underwear? Should I ask for the secret of being happy? Hey, I think I just heard something concerning at the end of that joke. One of those definitely something I can't fulfill. So you're saying you'll do the first two, which you actually might? You long lost your dignity. Can lose something I never had. Oh, I think I have something. Come with me into the city tomorrow. I need your help buying something. It's going to be what was at the very beginning of the series. And it was the graphics card. What do you need to buy? Graphic cards. Yes, I do. I want 2 of them. But they only let me each person buy one. Wait, isn't that what Mana experienced? I mean, I guess there are a lot of people who want graphic cards. But how many of them would want to buy 2? I think a lot of people. You never seen people on the internet needed to run Minecraft with RTX. I'm just joking. I guess it's a wild coincidence. I cannot speak now. But isn't going into the city with her kind of like a date? Maybe that's weird to think, considering I've already been meeting with her one-on-one in person for the past few days. Sure, but why do you need 2? Because I have 2 PCs. Okay, why do you have 2 PCs? I don't ask why. You have 2 years. Yeah, I figured you would give a response like that. I think I'll call it here for now. I'll message you the details later tonight. Alright, sounds good. I think I stay here for a bit longer actually. You can head out first. Oh, sure. Imagine this is detention. As I arrive in front of the door to exit the classroom, I look back at Kara to see her staring out the window, deep in thought. It doesn't seem like she's looking at the view of the campus, but rather looking at something farther than what I can see. It's almost like she's in her own world. I slide open the door and step outside, wondering if it would even matter if I stayed in that classroom over. I turned to the door and placed my hand on the handle to slide it closed. I managed to catch a glimpse of Ka before the door shut. Her expression had shifted from unusual calm, passive state. What I saw was an expression that was unremarkable, that of somber, wistful longing. VTuber Connect. Okay, I think we'll leave it off here as this episode is getting, longer. One time I'm gonna have to go back, even further with these saves. I think I should have just saved over that save because that save's not that long. After, is it? Okay. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, safe up to the apple, maybe even some rushes, and keep the vitamins, very, very important. And bye, see you next time. Have a nice day, bye bye.